All right, so how's everybody doing? My name is Jonathan Rutherford from Jon Ford Woodworks. This will be my first attempt at making a video. Um, I don't think anybody will actually ever watch it because, from what I've heard, when you start out making videos for YouTube and other uh, services like that, it takes a while for people to actually start watching them. But I figured, hey, why not? Um, what I thought I would do for this first video is a shop tour. It was something I was going to do just for myself beginning of the year because I'm about to make a bunch of upgrades and changes to my shop, which has been just cobbled together since moving into the space that I'm in. But about to be changing a lot of things. So I wanted to document the before so I can compare it to the after. And then I thought, hey, I love shop tours that other people post. So I figured, hey, why not? I'll take y'all around mine and, see what people think. If people like hearing the sound of my voice, or maybe they won't be able to stand it, but if they can tolerate it, then maybe I will also do some videos on the build process of how I'm going to reinvent this garage space to make it much more functional, flow better, the whole 9 yards. So yeah, so that's what I will do. You'll have to pardon my inability to do camera work well. This is kind of my first foray into making videos. I didn't write a script. I have no idea what I'm saying as I say it. There will probably be limited editing because I'm just going to go with it. But nonetheless, I will take y'all around the shop, talk about some of the things that I like, some of the things that I don't, some of the things I learned in having to make do over the course of the last 2 years. Talk about some of the tools. Somebody sees something on there that they like, I'd be glad to tell them more about it. So without further ado, let's check out the shop. All right, so here it is, kind of looking at it from outside of the garage door. First thing you'll probably notice is it is tight. There's stuff crammed everywhere. Biggest problem I have is lawn equipment. Side note about lawn equipment, especially to parents. If you are a parent that is deciding to stop cutting your own grass and think you might want to offer your lawn equipment to one of your children, don't do that in front of their significant other because they may not want it. That's what happened to me. So I now own tons of lawn equipment that I do not want. I hate cutting my own grass. But soon all of this lawn equipment and all of the storage will be gone, and I will have full use of this entire space, which is pretty decent size. I think it's just under around about 500, maybe a little over 500 square feet. So it's not a bad space, especially once I get rid of all the stuff that I don't want. So I have this little table that gets moved all over the place, but it just sits there to be easily moved. My table saw is a really old Lowe's exclusive Delta. Keep saying I want to upgrade it, and I am going to soon, but albeit not great compared to other things. For $500, this table saw is awesome. And if you're somebody looking to get in on a low cost quality table saw, couldn't recommend it more. Um, Really cool little Incra miter slide thing. That's cool. Um, Shop light, which just is always in the way. Rigid oscillating and spindle sander, which is great. I'm sure everybody knows about that. I've got a cool little 1x36 belt sander, which comes in handy all the time. I've got a super tiny Win drill press, which has served me well. And if you're on a budget and you need a drill press, you can't beat this little guy. I mean, it really actually does pretty well for as inexpensive as it is. But that's something that I am about to upgrade very soon. Let's see. My planer just has to kind of sit there, and then I'll pull it outside when I need to use it. Again, not ideal, but going to be making changes to make that easier to use as well. I have a 12-inch DeWalt miter saw, which is a perfectly serviceable miter saw. I have no complaints. I don't use it a lot. I mean, I primarily use my miter saw for rough cuts, but it's a really quality saw. I have a 4x36 belt and disc sander, which is great. Love that thing. I have a Rikon little benchtop bandsaw, and albeit a small bandsaw, this little thing handles everything I throw at it. With the exception of the limited resaw capabilities, it's just about as industrial as you can get for a benchtop saw. I mean, I really appreciate it, and it's doing the job just fine until I can get a bigger one. Currently, I use this Bosch router table. It's awful. This Rockler fence has made it a little better, but this is also something that will be getting upgraded very soon to a proper router table. My lathe is a Nova Comet 2, which is great. Super cool lathe. But again, it's on a table that I just threw together temporarily. So technically not big enough for the bed extension, but I'm going to be fixing that problem again soon. Again, just all this storage. I mean, I have to stick things wherever I can find it. Jigs back there. Foam for using the track saw or circular saw back there. Big sheets of MDF and plywood hidden behind there. More storage that will hopefully be gone soon. This is all of my wood, or the wood I have on hand at the moment. Clamps, again, just wood storage, and it's not ideal either. Right here is what I've been currently using as my sharpening station. I have this little Work Sharp guy, which works pretty good for some stuff, but I do most of my honing and sharpening by hand. I have water stones, oil stones, diamond stones. But what I've been using the most lately is the Scary Sharp system, which is really cool if y'all don't know about it. And I just pull those out as I need it. Festool track saw hangs here. Again, all of this is my wife's holiday seasonal decorations, which will be gone soon. And this rack up here will be used for its intended purpose, which was wood storage. Um, Abrasive stuff, more clamps, rotary burrs, different things get kept in there. Some of my woodpecker stuff is there. Um, Air compressor and a little portable shop vac sit under there with finishes and glues and all of that sort of fun stuff. In here, because currently my garage slash workshop is not climate controlled, so I am constantly fighting rust. So I try to keep all of my higher end tools that are prone to rusting in cases. Sort of a bummer because, instead of just being able to grab something when I need it, I have to go get it out, but at least it keeps the rust at bay, or helps anyway. Another little table I built, which is sort of where I do the occasional power carving. I've got a couple of Dremels connected to flex shafts. Track sauce just sitting under it in its box. And then there's this. This is my temporary solution to a workbench. It is not cool, to say the least. It's totally done the trick. It's basically sawhorses with a makeshift torsion box underneath, and then a tabletop I made with some Rockler T-tracks and dog holes, and then somebody gifted me this super cool little portable work vise, which is actually really cool. I really enjoy that. But this is one of the things that will also be getting, well, everything is actually going to be getting changed as far as work surfaces and benches. But one of the first things I'm going to do is make myself a proper work table, outfeed table. And my goal is actually, because my space is limited, to try to make sort of not only a joiner's workbench that's heavy and beefy enough to handle that type of work, but also be a good assembly slash outfeed table. So again, unless everybody just doesn't see this or says they hate the sound of my voice and my face, maybe I'll post the build video on that. Over here, this was actually put together from one of my old kitchen tables. But as you can see, I just did what I could with it. I've got a biscuit joiner under there and a bunch of miscellaneous pieces and parts, die grinders, oscillating tools, drill and impact drivers, granite stone, couple bench grinders, my kid's RC car, and then a temporary wall of tools, drills, screwdrivers, chisels, rasps, angle grinder stuff, layout tools. You get it. Of course, pictures of the kids, artwork from the kids, a poster I got from my unofficial friend Matt Esley, who is awesome. Got this little husky thing. It stores stuff. I've got random stuff stuck all over it. On the top, I keep all of my marking knives and some of the layout tools that I don't have to worry about rusting and use most frequently, among other things. Inside the drawer here, I also just keep stuff that I want to try to keep nice. Router bits, different drill driver bits, marking gauges, spoke shaves, blah, 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 all that stuff. Got stuff just pretty much stuck everywhere. Hand saws, some nice ones, some not nice ones. Um, Traditional Eastern saws, Japanese Western style saws, flesh cut saws, fret saws, a thing so I can listen to music, random tools, an old miter saw down there, orbital polisher, sawzall, circ saws, bits, drivers, more random storage, just stuff everywhere. Up there is where all my routers are. I have two of the Bosch routers. I also have the Milwaukee trim router, wood burner, sanders, jigsaws, angle grinders, breathing protection, pin nailers, heat guns, bits and bobs, all that fun stuff. Sorry about that. I don't know. I just got a phone call. I'm new to this. I don't know if that just showed up or not. I guess I'll find out. If it did, sorry. Again, angle grinders, clamps everywhere. I also do a little metal working, so I have a portable metal bandsaw that's attached to a really cool little work surface, a scroll saw, a shooting board for use with a hand plane, cross-cut sleds, one that I made myself, one that I got from Rockler, a whole bunch of batteries, more clamps, and we've circled back to the super awesome Win drill press. So yeah, that is my shop as it currently sits. Again, some of the things I plan to do are, first things first, proper work table, because this is just not getting it done. And then I'm going to be building custom workstations all along the walls, so the flow in here is much better than it currently is. Also, obviously, going to change the heights on things. I am really tall and have a bad back, so I guess one of the blessings of having to wait to do what I wanted to do was I got the opportunity to play with heights. As you can see, I made tables of all sorts of varying heights to see how they all worked. This one, of course, is way too tall, but I learned a lot from playing with the different heights of some of these makeshift tables that I made just to temporarily sit stuff on. So that actually ended up working out to my advantage, because now I've kind of figured out the optimal height for certain things. So yeah, anyway, that is, hey, it's me. So that's my shop. Again, I like talking about woodworking. You know, my wife and kids always laugh at me because they say whenever they come out here, I am always talking to myself about what I'm doing. So maybe some of y'all might like to hear what I'm saying. I don't know, but we're going to find out. So I think now I'm supposed to tell you to also hit the like and subscribe button, just to follow suit with what I see everybody else doing. And hey, you know, if you want to, leave me a comment, let me know what you think. If you see something that I have that you're interested about, I would love to tell you what I think about it. And again, if people are interested in me sharing the process of transforming this garage into a much more workable space, I'm hoping that's what I get to do. So thanks for watching, and see you again soon. Everybody stay safe. Bye.